Hello guys and welcome to day 3 of NGB's Game of the Year discussions. I'm Ben and I'm joined by Jonny.
I'm still here.
You are still here. You're still on my sofa.
Yep. I live here now.
You do, yeah. I'm slightly concerned that you may live here now.
Yep.
Because you might hurt my cat.
I love your cat.
Yeah, she's a bit mental though.
Yeah.
So, we're going to talk about the games that didn't quite make it into our top 10. For whatever reason, the
reason was it didn't get enough votes, Ben.
Yeah, so thank you for that, Jonathan. So the start of the the start of the week when we started doing the bits here, we said about how everything was voted for. Basically, the stuff that was voted for, everybody voted for a top 10, and it was all given numbers according to that. And some of them obviously didn't necessarily hit the top 10 due to the number of votes that they got.
Nope.
And some of them, narrowly missed out on a spot. So, one game that just narrowly missed out was the previously mentioned big surprise of Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
It's not in our top 10.
It's not. It's our number 11.
It
missed out. It's level on points with 2 other games. But it got a higher vote from other, like higher vote on average.
Okay. I'm so sorry, Mario Rabbids.
Yeah,
we have failed you.
So Mario Rabbids is really good.
Yeah.
We've obviously discussed it in a little bit, unfortunately, it's just missed out. If you want to hear our thoughts on that, if you go back to our podcast from the other day about the best surprise, we can talk about that a little bit there. Also missing out, which is a little bit disappointing, Hellblade Sacrifice.
Yeah.
That's a phenomenal game that I feel deserves a mention.
Did really well as well. Came out of nowhere, sort of that AA level where it's like it looked amazing.
Yes,
and it picked up some awards at the Game Awards as well.
It did, yeah.
Bit of recognition there, so that's nice.
Absolutely, and
yeah, it's doing well.
Completely. I think it went with. It went with a theme of talking about mental illness in a way that was very respectful.
Yeah.
And I think it's done incredibly well. And Hellblade deserves to be talked about, even though it's not quite made our top 10.
True that.
I think we're going to discuss this a little bit further going forward. But the thing is, with our top, with a lot of our top 10, it's mainly games that. Some games that not everybody played.
Yes.
Which you'd probably expect them to maybe hit the top 10 if everybody played them, and I think this is definitely one of those games.
Absolutely.
Another one of those games is Assassin's Creed Origins.
Yeah.
It's not hit our top 10. To be honest with you, it's one that it didn't really come anywhere near it.
I wonder if this is because it came out so late in the year, and it came out also in that kind of death zone.
Yeah, I mean, it came out on the same day as Mario Odyssey and Wolfenstein
2. So, also, I think the fact that it's so long as well put me off picking it up because
it is enormous.
And I was like, I haven't got 50 hours spare.
I mean, it's really, really good. It's the best Assassin's Creed that there has been in a very long time.
Yeah.
Bayek is an amazing character.
Uh-huh.
The world is so detailed, it's so rich.
Yeah.
I think there's been so much written about it that it's frankly ridiculous, but honest to God, the little touches that they put in that game, it's crazy.
Could resurface in Best Old Game next year. Who knows?
Yeah, more than likely.
When we've all actually got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Played it.
Yeah. Dishonored, Death of the Outsider.
Yeah.
That got voted for by Robin in his top 10.
Very good.
So that was pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll talk about ARMS because Andy voted for it because, of course, he did.
ARMS is quite good.
I wasn't a fan. I can't get into it. I don't know why.
I borrowed it off our Andy, played it, and it was fine. I didn't feel the need to purchase it.
Right.
That's the thing. I thought, this is fine. I don't feel like I want to spend 50 quid on it.
Yeah, no.
But it's very satisfying, though, with the punching and stuff. It felt like... it felt very cathartic doing the kind of punch moves and stuff with the Joy-Cons.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So one that's not quite made it again is Yakuza 0.
All right.
Robin said that the Yakuza remake, Yakuza Kiwami, may have come out since. But Yakuza 0 offered players both familiar and unfamiliar with the long-running series the chance to start fresh.
Yeah.
keeps its crazy sense of humour and deep variety of activities and mini games intact.
Yeah.
Meaning that it's not only fun but a whole lot of long-lasting fun. Another one that did it actually make it in? No, it didn't. It just missed out, and I can see. You know, I don't think there were too many people that played it. Thimbleweed Park.
All right.
It's a good game, Thimbleweed Park. It's an old school adventure game from Ron Gilbert.
It's a bit like LucasArtsy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's obviously part of the team there. I really liked it.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of twists and turns. It goes places towards the end.
All right.
I mean, there is a bit towards the end that I just sat and I thought, this is absolutely fucking genius.
I feel like it's very cheap on Switch at the moment. I'm not sure if I'm right.
Could be, yeah.
I'm sure I've seen it very cheap somewhere. I think it was on Switch in the Nintendo sale.
Yeah,
obviously Nintendo sale.
It's out on the Switch now. Like, I know they released it fairly recently on the Switch. But yeah, like the whole thing with Thimbleweed Park, it's a throwback, and it's an unashamed throwback.
All right.
There's a lot of knowing references and a lot of bits in there where you think, could they have? That's all right. We'll let them off with that. But I really like Thimbleweed Park. I think it's great.
Okay.
Genuinely one of the best games that's not made our top 10.
Yeah.
Shadow of War.
Shadow of War's a good one.
Yourself and Robin voted for that one. So
Robin put it down. Very good.
Give us a little bit of a spiel about Shadow of War.
I like Shadow of War.
Give us a little bit more about
Shadow
Shadow
of War. I think it's basically I use the pun Orkham Asylum. Yeah, hilarious pun, Orkham Asylum, in my review, because it's that fighting system from Arkham Asylum, but you're fighting orcs instead. The Nemesis system, obviously, talked about quite a lot as well, and it's really good. I had great amusement in sort of you would kill one of these many Cockney orcs that comes up, and he'll give you they do little wrestling promos when you come across them, and they go, and you get a little cutscene, and they go, "I'm gonna fuck you up, son," and then they come at you and you fight them, and then they run off, and then they come back with arms missing and stuff because you chopped their arm off. It's brilliant. It's a very simple thing. It's a very obvious thing, that you might attack someone who doesn't die there and then, and they kind of have another go at you, but it works really well, and it kind of adds a nice little extra kind of story and depth to what is already there, which is. What is already there is all right. There's a sexy spider lady.
That's a bit weird.
You can see the future. And that bit of story not so great. But I loved the little orcs coming back with bits missing. It was great fun.
Okay.
Yeah. That was one of the original games that kicked off the kind of loot box controversy.
It was indeed.
At that point, I was a bit of the opinion I don't get loot boxes. I'm not going to pay for them, so it doesn't bother me. I think since then things have moved on. It's all kicked up a gear, but it didn't spoil that game for me at the time. It's a very fun brawling game. Lots of fighting. You can it's got all those kind of free running mechanics. So you can you run along the walls and stuff like Arkham Asylum again.
Okay.
So so it's just a good fun game. I liked it.
Cool. One that's not made it, which I'm a little bit disappointed about, but then I didn't really vote it.
Hit me.
That high up in my top 10. Sonic Mania.
Sonic Mania is very good.
Me and you voted for that.
Yeah.
I really like Sonic Mania.
I loved it. It was surprising because I didn't think I was interested in Sonic game in 2017. And turns out I was.
Yeah.
Not the main one, not Sonic Forces.
No.
But this kind of basic fan remake.
Yeah.
I was well into that.
Sega basically turned around and went, yeah, we'll fund it.
Yeah.
And that happened. Yeah. Sonic Mania is great.
They knew exactly what they were doing. It's not just a pure platforming game. There's a lot of new stuff in it. There's the big bosses and stuff. There's some nice little surprises that come up throughout it.
Yes, there
are.
are.
If you're just not expecting it, it's just excellent.
The end of the chemical plant zone one is brilliant.
It's brilliant.
I'm not going to spoil it, but man, that's really good.
No.
What else have we got here that's not quite made it? South Park.
South Park is, I think it's all right, isn't it?
I really like it.
I'm not surprised it's not in the top 10. I think it's fine, but I think I like it. A lot of the reason I like it is because it's got those characters in that I love.
Yeah.
I think gameplay wise, it's fine.
The gameplay is a lot better than Stick of Truth.
Yeah.
The combat particularly, they've stepped it up a gear, and I really like what they've done with the combat.
Yeah.
So South Park's I do enjoy South Park. I think it's good.
Mm-hmm.
What else have we got here?
I see Snipper Clips as well.
Snipper Clips, yeah.
Who voted for that? Was that me and Andy?
That was you and Andy.
That's a good one. I think it's a bit under the radar, isn't it, Snipper Clips? Because it was on launch, I think.
It was a game that I wanted to get, and then I didn't.
It's a game that when the Switch first came out and people came around my house, and I'd be like, check this out, guys. And like you like a bit of paper, but you're also some scissors. It's very strange. And it's just a lot of fun. Like, you make little shapes with your little dude, and like you can like carry around balls and stuff and press levers. I thought it was really original and really good.
Yeah,
a bit of a hidden gem on the eShop.
Yeah, I've yet to pick it up. I probably should do it at some point.
It's great.
Yeah. And then final one that we're just gonna talk a little bit about quickly.
Sure.
Is Little Nightmares.
Yeah.
Deb voted for Little Nightmares. She said it was one of her favourite games of the year because of the atmosphere.
Yeah.
It's a very creepy game. But you really feel for this little character that's... I think the thing that... the one thing that probably got me with it is something that I think Alice at Video Gamer picked up on.
Yeah.
Where she said that it plays on your fears of, as a kid.
Yeah.
You've got this fear of everything that's bigger than you,
yeah.
which when you're a kid is everything.
Yes, yeah.
So it's all this really distorted, twisted, creepy, like bullshit, basically. Of like this, you've got an adult that's looming over you. It's like that's not necessarily what it would look like, but it's what it looks like through the eyes of a child.
Yes.
And it's a very haunting, very difficult atmosphere. In that game, I really enjoyed it. I think it was great. I've not tried the DLC.
All right.
But yeah, I really enjoyed Little Nightmares.
Yeah.
So that's a very brief run through of a bunch of games that didn't quite make our pick for Game of the Year. There are a couple of other ones in there, like Fortnite, the Battle Royale mode for Fortnite.
Yeah.
We've not going to include it in the list really because it's kind of it's still an early access game where there's not really any sign of it coming out officially, which is one game that is probably going to be talked about shortly. Has recently come into a 1.0 state, so we can actually talk about it.
Sure.
But that's going to do us for today. If you join us tomorrow, we're going to go through numbers 10 through 6.
Oh, yeah.
So 10 through 6 will be an interesting chat, I think. And then we've got 5 through 1, and there's going to be some controversy, and I really hope you don't punch me in the face.
I mean...
Not to spoil anything, but yeah, join us throughout the rest of the week, and we will talk about the rest of the games of the year.
Goodbye.
Toodaloo.